When I started this channel, I made a sign for my vision board that says, decide who you will be. Ask yourself, what would a 100k subscriber creator do? If you've got a new channel and want to grow to more than 100,000 subs, you're in the right place, because today I'm going to explain how you can use this question to supercharge the growth of your channel. While I'm talking, I'll take you around New York with me with these little videos I took when I was there last month. The first time I heard this quote, I thought, wow, and my brain started searching for answers to the question. What do 100k subs channels do? How do the creators talk on their videos? How often do they post a new video? Do they use community posts? And if so, how often do they post? What's their style or their vibe? How much value do they give? Do they stick to one format or do a variety? But then I thought, what are the hallmarks of brand new channels? For example, if we watched a YouTube video and had to guess if the creator was new or experienced, could we make some educated guesses? I think we could. Here are my answers to these questions for a new channel. How do new creators talk on their videos? They can be a bit nervous, not always sure where to look, have graphics showing their logo and name before the video starts or just after they introduce themselves, long intros where they explain the title and other things. Then after a while say, without further ado, let's get into the video. The dreaded video starts at 2 minutes 10 in the comments section. They also ask people to like, comment and subscribe before they've given any real value. If they use a teleprompter, we can often pick it. Also, they do long outros. New creators don't always have the best audio at the beginning, but not horrible either. Phones on their own have pretty decent inbuilt microphones these days. How often do they post a new video? It can vary between, these days, daily videos in the car is a common one, or daily videos talking about how YouTube is on easy mode now, or it can be a little bit all over the place, one a week or one a month, or anything in between. Do they use community posts much? And if they do, how often do they post there? I have a sense that a lot of new channels don't use the community posts very much. For me, I didn't realize I needed to verify something in the YouTube Studio app to open this up, and that could be the case for other new creators. What's their style or their vibe? It's different for everyone, but for the most part, creators seem to take a few videos at least to relax and get comfortable. Some people are born performers, and others almost have a sheet of glass between them and the viewer. Then once they relax, the sheet of glass is taken away, and it's then we get the sense that they're actually in the driver's seat now. They've got the hang of it. How much value do they give? Again, it's different for everyone, but often new creators can talk about how they've just started their channel, they want to grow their channel, and how it would help them if you and I liked, commented, and subscribed. That would make them so happy. They also tend to talk about what they intend to talk about on their channel. Do they stick to one format or do a variety of formats? It seems to be the one format at the beginning before they've had a chance to experiment, such as the talking head style. But these are, of course, generalizations. A lot of people knock it out of the park straight away because of their USP or unique selling point or unfair advantage. So I don't want anyone to be offended by these generalizations, but for the sake of not making this video too long, I wanted to speak plainly. And hey, I have done all of these things. I still do some of these things. We're all a work in progress. Now I'm going to tell you my answers to these questions for the 100k subscriber creators. How do these creators talk on their videos? Look, I think they're pretty smooth, which comes with the territory when you've made more than 200 or 500 long-form videos. They're confident, they're in control, they know who their audience is and what they want, they know their value to YouTube and the business community. They also try to head trouble off at the pass, so if they say something a little bit controversial, they put context around it and tell us not to come for them in the comments. If they use teleprompters, they're good at it, and apart from the occasional written instead of spoken text clues that creep through, it's hard to tell if they're using one. And anyway, no one's looking that closely. But whatever they do, they always bring their A game, their 10 out of 10 on the energy scale. How often do they post new videos? They post as often as they can, and depending on the style of content, it'll be on a schedule. Channels like Diary of a CEO or Colin and Samir will post less often because of their famous guests, but these videos are long and rich in value because they're asking them the stuff we've all been wondering about. They've got a massive presence and following on social media and publish a lot of content everywhere. Do they use community posts? And if so, how often? Big YouTubers use all the tools that YouTube provide to maximize their reach and engagement, and will post things like behind the scenes, tips, polls, asking questions, giveaways, special chances to get a discount on products they love, invites to events, announcements, and anything else you can think of that could double as an Instagram post actually. What's their style or their vibe? Every creator is different, aren't they? And everyone has got their own vibe. That's what we love about them. We come for the content and stay for the edutainment and personalities. The channel is their business, but they've earned that through providing value for free for a long time. They nurture their business and have lots of ways of bringing people into their community and sales pipeline by exchanging value for email addresses. If they have a guest on or do a collab, they've learned to let the other person finish speaking first before they speak. Well, most of them have. How much value do they give? Tons, which is why they've got a huge following. They've got teams and use tools to help jack their content with so much value. People write in the comments that they can't believe this is free. They talk about not gatekeeping and give us gems, and we love them for it. Do they stick to one format or do a variety? Depends. If it's a video podcast or video interview, it's talking head. Otherwise, there can be a few formats that we see being used over time, like the informal interview style at a conference or convention, the talking head listicle, like 10 things creators mustn't do, and then a list of the 10 things. Or it can be using a whiteboard while teaching something, drawing on an iPad using Miro or another whiteboard notepad type of app. It could be lots of B-roll, like this video, and voiceover. It can range from polished in the studio to more raw on the street type of videos. Okay, so these are, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, some of the differences between a new or small channel and the big ones. And this isn't a definitive list. It was just straight off the top of my head, really, after I saw that quote about asking yourself, what would a 100k subs creator do? You'll have some answers I haven't even thought of, or you'll disagree with some of mine. That's totally okay, and you'll be right too. The idea was just to set the scene so we can see two different operating models. Okay, so now we've got two ways we can choose to go. We can go the new channel, brand new startup route, or we can act as if we are already a 100k subs channel. Going back to the sign on my vision board, it starts with decide who you will be. Ask yourself, what would a 100k subscriber creator do? Once I figured out that I wanted to go the 100k subscriber creator route, I knew that if I started and ran this channel as if I already had 100,000 subs, I would take different actions to grow my channel. So that excited me in a way, but also scared me. It scared me because I'd been telling myself that I'm starting this journey of my new channel. I'm not going to stop. I will not fail due to stopping posting videos, but I thought that I would try to leapfrog some of the speed bumps that even out with time when you're a new YouTuber. So I looked at the list of what do the big creators do, and I put a little tick next to the things that I thought I could just go for it and do, and a dot next to the ones I was 50-50 on. Here's what I mean. In my first videos, I could have been nervous on camera, and while this isn't my first channel, I always have plenty of outtakes and times when I'm really dull when I'm filming and really slow. I tend to naturally talk slowly till I recognize it and see that it's boring and then snap myself out of it. Then I'll film it again once or twice or 4 times. Once I've got the cobwebs out, it comes out better. It just does. So I decided to be confident and chill, like I've done this hundreds of times before. But the difference is, before I decided to try and give a 10 out of 10 in energy on every video, like these big YouTubers, I was happy with a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. And the reason I was happy with a 5 or 6 out of 10 is because I knew that I'd refilmed a few times after I gave a 3 out of 10. You know how they say the camera makes you lose 10 pounds in charisma? It's true. I know that I've lifted from a 3 out of 10 or honestly a 0 out of 10 or a negative 3 out of 10, but now I'm gunning every single time for a 10. So that's what I mean. I applied that thinking on the aspects I felt I could save time on the learning journey. I just decided to do. If you feel you need confidence to do any of this, you don't. While it has become a bit of a cliche, the fact is that confidence is actually overrated, and the way most people think about confidence isn't helpful. My next video is going to build on this one, and it's going to be about confidence. If you want to know what I learned after making 100 videos, please check out this next video. If you got value from this, please like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing.